What's going on, everybody? I'm HoopsandHipHop, and surprise, we got a brand new Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer today on Monday, the Monday before the games come out. So I woke up today at about 9:30, usual normal person time, and this trailer went live at about 7 a.m. I'm assuming, so I'm a little late because of that, but I still wanted to go ahead and cover it because there's a ton of brand new stuff, if you didn't check out the leaks anyway, and it's just really interesting. There's a lot of really interesting stuff if you haven't looked at the leaks, and I just want to go ahead and give my impressions as usual, give my thoughts. There's also a lot of other really cool stuff that I don't think has been seen in the leaks. So yeah, I'm just going to go through it, give you guys my thoughts, impressions, all that stuff, and it's going to be great. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. By the way, if I sound kind of weird, it's because I woke up with a cold and a sore throat, and because of this, I haven't had time to properly treat it. So yeah, I'm just trudging on through the sickness for the sake of Pokemon, because that's what we do here. But going through the trailer, the first interesting thing we see is, once again, the jersey number of the player character is 15, representing November 15th, the day the games come out. They've done that in several trailers, so that's a fun little thing they're keeping up. And then we get a reel of just a billion one-frame shots. They're literally one frame each. It's kind of crazy how much they've packed in here. And the first, I would say, new thing we get to see is an actual in-game shot of the big, huge tower that's in the London-based area of the game at the northernmost end of the map. We don't really see anything about it or anything like that. Like I said, it's like a one-frame thing, but we get to see some in-game gameplay of it. And due to the setting overall that it's surrounded by, it looks like it's kind of like a cool, clear evening type of setting. It looks pretty intense and imposing, so I have no doubt that that's going to be very important in the grand scheme of things. And then we just get another sizzle reel of things we've already seen, just fun little stuff. And then the next big thing we get is actually the reveal of a new Pokemon. And honestly, with the reveals in this trailer, it's once again, it's kind of a weird thing. They did not officially specify what anything is. It was literally just a highlight reel of stuff, and they did not give any names. You literally just get a highlight reel with no context whatsoever, so we don't really have any information on these new Pokemon, once again, if you haven't seen the leaks, that is. But with that being said, we do get the look at it, obviously, and this first new Pokemon, I honestly don't even know what to think of it. It instantly reminds me of Cofagrigus, so much so that I feel like my initial impression was this is Galarian Cofagrigus, just because it's the exact same type of thing in terms of its body structure and how it looks and all that stuff, but at the same time, it's not like a coffin Pokemon. It looks more like a stone tablet that can detach or something. So I don't think it's Galarian Cofagrigus, or I don't even know if it's related to it at all, but that's the way it looks to me. And overall, it's a very, very weird looking Pokemon. Once again, like I said, it looks like a tablet that has some type of snake-like inscription on it. So this Pokemon is kind of all over the place, and without any context, once again, it's really hard to know what's going on. Very, very interesting to say the least. Definitely reminds me of Cofagrigus, but I'm pretty sure it's not anything related to Cofagrigus, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see come Friday what this Pokemon is all about. Once again, if I want to mention this one more time, because I did mention it in the intro, if you've seen the leaks, that's great, you know what this stuff is, but don't spoil it for anyone who hasn't. This is, once again, a spoiler-free video, because I'm staying spoiler-free. I want to keep it spoiler-free for people who watch my videos, so this is the first time I'm seeing all this stuff, so I'm reacting as if I've seen it for the first time, because this is the first time I've seen it, so, and that's the way it's going to be. So while I'll bring up the leaks and stuff like that in terms of you've probably already seen this, I have not seen this stuff, so that's why I'm doing this video the way I'm doing it. But going forward, another new thing we get to see here is it looks like a mini game of sorts in the wild area where you're popping balloons set to a timer, and I actually find this really cool because it's not a major thing within the game, obviously, but it's just one more thing to do. It's just another side mission that you can participate in, and having a game filled with these kinds of things, these kinds of side missions, just provides more gameplay. It provides more depth to the game and more stuff that you can sink your time into, which I think is awesome. So that's pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see kind of what reward that ends up yielding. That'll be pretty awesome. And then we get a view, I should say, at the second new Pokemon that was revealed in this trailer, and once again, this is another very British looking Pokemon. If I had to guess, I would say it very much looks like a dark fairy type because it looks fairy-ish, but then it also has a darkness to it, and it's also very British looking. It's got the bowler hat on, it's got the mustache, it's looking very proper, it's a humanoid type of Pokemon, and you know, looking at it now, it looks okay to me. Like, I think it looks fine, but at the same time, like I said, it's very, very British, and I am surprised at the amount of overtly British Pokemon that we're getting. Not because I didn't expect it, because I knew there were going to be British-inspired Pokemon, obviously, what with Galarian Weezing and just different things like that, Poltegeist, Yamper even, but the amount of just like almost meme quote-unquote British Pokemon that we're getting with Galarian Weezing, and now we've got this guy, and then there's Poltegeist. I'm surprised at the amount of those types of Pokemon that they're doing, because I would think you would want to do a handful of those and then kind of like tone it down just so it's not like almost a joke. And even though nothing against this Pokemon, it looks solid. That's kind of just like, I don't know, like I said, I'm surprised that that is the case. So I guess once I get to see the full Pokedex for myself, I will be interested to see how many more of these types of Pokemon there are, because I did not expect for them to have this many of this type of Pokemon already, let alone the rest of the ones we haven't seen in the game. So that will be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what kind of type this guy is and stuff like that. But other than that, we only get a few like small little, we get a small section of him. We don't really get to see much of him at all, so there's really not much else to say there. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the rest of the game. But then the rest of the trailer actually shows a bunch of other interesting things. We get this nice little, it's almost like a retro style map of the Galar region, which I think is really cool. It's a nice little throwback. It's probably the town map. And then we get a bunch of really nice like new location images, like new looks at new locations we haven't seen before that are really, really interesting. We also get a very, very brief look at a new gym leader. We don't actually get to see what he looks like, but we get to see his feet and we get to see his shoes, and then we get a very, very quick look at the back of him. It's really, really hard to tell who or what he is. Like, I can't even tell if it's a guy or a girl. We also get another look at another gym leader person off to the right hand corner of the screen, and once again it's hard to make anything out about them. The guy or girl that has all the orange clothes and the orange hair could be a fire type gym leader. We already know there's a fighting type, so that wouldn't really work, so it's probably fire. And then the person off to the right side, maybe electric. Their color scheme is reminding me a lot of Yamper, so I wouldn't be surprised if Yamper was their signature Pokemon. So I feel like maybe electric is what that person is going to be, but hardly can see anything that's going on with them. And then we do have a person like in the middle of both of those people that's wearing a jersey that very well could be another gym leader, probably is, just because they're with all of the other gym leaders, but it's impossible to really say what this person is about. We could probably translate the number on their jersey, since that's Gorowase, the Japanese wordplay system, but other than that, it's really hard to say because we get such a brief look at them, but definitely very interesting to say the least. I am so excited to finally meet all of these people officially. It's just going to be amazing. I'm so excited for it. And then towards the end of the trailer is where things get really interesting, because we actually get a look at a bunch of different sequences and locations that we have not seen before but are clearly very important. And it starts with this meteor looking thing that has fallen down out of the sky. I have no idea what's going on with that, but it's clearly very important. And then we get a very quick shot at kind of it's sort of an old Roman style mural of what appears to be, it appears to be about the backstory of the game overall, because in the right panel you have the sword and shield of Zacian and Zamazenta, and then in the left panel you have some kind of war or catastrophic event that's going on. So this clearly reflects the backstory. Maybe a long time ago Zacian and Zamazenta saved the Galar region from something, but I have no idea, obviously just a shot in the dark, but it looks incredible to say the least. I am unbelievably excited as to the potential that this offers just looking at it, even though we only get like a 2-second reveal at it. And then finally, to end off the trailer as it shows off the release date, we get a look at a very interesting location within a forest. It almost reminds me of like the Sacred Grove or the Temple of Time from Twilight Princess and Zelda, where you've got these old ruins within a forest that's clearly of a building or structure of some kind that's broken down. That's kind of what it reminds me of, but it's clearly very important. We can't really see any detail whatsoever to try and get any kind of information as to what this could be or what it could mean, but it looks freaking awesome. It looks amazing, and it's clearly very important, and that's pretty much where the trailer ends. So overall, a very strange trailer right before release, all things considered, but a very interesting one nonetheless. We got to see a lot of things that it didn't tell us anything about, but are very, very interesting, and I am really, really excited for this game overall. All of the location stuff that we haven't seen, like the mural and that meteor, I think all of that stuff looks insane. It looks amazing in terms of just the cinematicness of it, I guess you could say, and I'm just so excited to be able to find out what actually it entails and what it offers for the game and for the story. And as far as the new Pokemon, those ones in particular are pretty interesting. I am really interested to see what's going on with that Coffagrigus lookalike, and I'm sure Mr. bowler hat, mustache, British looking guy, I'm pretty sure whatever he is, I'm pretty sure he's going to be very, very interesting to say the least, just based on his appearance. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and impressions. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts and impressions in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss any more Sword and Shield coverage as we begin to approach the release, because I'm going to be covering these games in full and making videos all about them now and after the release, obviously. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. If you want to further support the channel as well, you guys know the usual avenues: Spotify, my Cardinal project, all that good stuff. But with that being said, I'll either be back tomorrow or on Thursday. So with all that being said, I love you guys so much, and until the next video, as always, I will smell you guys later.